Have you been struggling in your relationship with money and figuring out how to get rich? Well, this video is for you. I'm gonna tell you right now, it has to do with your thoughts. Us too, we apply this stuff to ourselves every day, and we're not perfect, but we strive.
I want to say that to the folks that are listening too. Rudy is the epitome of that. At 30 years old, this dude he just has such a fire for life, a passion.
What's up, everybody? Rudy with Vantage Mindset, and in this video today, we're going to talk about all the negative associations that you've made with money, whether you realize it or not. And so, what I've understood and I've proven myself to be true in my relationship with money throughout the years is that if you have negative associations geared towards money, you're not going to attract it to yourself. And what I mean is, imagine yourself being like a magnet. Okay, you vibrate, and the magnet attracts likeness to itself. It magnetizes to things that magnetize with it. And it's the same with money. It's the same with love. It's the same with relationships. It's the same with anything, thoughts, anything you could think of. But in this video, we're talking about money specifically. So when it comes to money, we're going to go through 10 of the top negative beliefs towards money and the counter perspective I want to give you guys. And hopefully by the end of this, you guys can look at yourselves with an honest feedback and say, yeah, I have done multiple of these things, and I'm going to change that going forward, and watch your life just shift. So 1, rich people are greedy and unethical. I get this, and what I can tell you for a fact is it's not rich people that are greedy and unethical and mean and rude, and it's not the money that does it. It's just the money amplifies who that person is already. I can tell you for myself, I'm going to be rich, and because I'm going to be rich doesn't mean that I'm going to be greedy and unethical. Actually, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm a loving, giving person. I love to give to others. I love to take people out to eat. I love to do random acts of kindness for other people, donate randomly, all these different things. And if I'm rich, does that make me greedy to do all those kind of things? And so, not everybody is the same. There's good and there's bad in all things. And so make sure that you don't stick on to this way of thinking, because if you do, your subconscious mind is different than your conscious thinking. You understand that you want money, but if you're thinking about it negatively, your subconscious mind isn't going to know. Subconscious mind, think of it as like electricity. It's just a source of energy, undirected. There's no direction that it's going until you direct it. So you do want to charge up some negative energy, some negative thoughts. We want to have good ones. Tip number 2, making money is difficult and it requires too much sacrifice. This is the furthest thing from the truth. It actually takes more effort to not get rich and not want to continuously grow in your profession or just as yourself individual. It takes way more effort to do that. You have to literally try to not do that. Because the brain and the mind in itself wants to find problems to solve. And when you are solving problems continuously, you're growing. And so to not want to do that, not understand that you're valuable, is a negative belief. So the counter perspective on this one is earning money can be aligned with your personal values and also your passions. That makes this whole process super fulfilling rather than making it feel like a sacrifice. When you go to work and you get a job and you feel like I'm sacrificing my time just to keep food on the table or keep a roof over our heads, it's a way different perspective. And so when you can align them with your passions and your values, making money is not difficult and it doesn't require sacrifice. So with the right strategies, financial success, it can be achieved without compromising the quality of your life at all. So number 3, God doesn't want us to be rich. Money's the root of all evil. Like I said in the past, it's not the money that's evil. It's what you do with the money. It's the person itself. And so that's why I spend all of my time teaching you guys these perspectives, because you have to have the right mind frame. If you're not learning, if you're not wanting to get better and do good and evolve, and you continuously get money, you're not going to turn into a good person. It's simple as that. So many spiritual and religious teachings actually encourage stewardship and prosperity as a means to do good. The phrase is more accurate like this: the love of money is the root of all evil. I don't love money. I love what I could do with money. So I could take people out to eat. I could take them on trips. I can bless a family if I wanted to. God forbid any one of my family members were ever injured or hurt or needed serious medical attention. I have the money to send them to the best specialists in all of the world, whether that's cross country, whatever. Money allows me to do that. And so money is a tool. And one thing that I've been having a lot of conversations with people that I've been working with is that God didn't create us to let the devil's children have all the money. It's not meant for them, it's meant for us. So remember that. Number 4, It's selfish to want to be wealthy. Like I said, desiring financial abundance can be a path to greater generosity. Being wealthy, allows you guys to help others more effectively, like donating, investing into community projects. You can support loved ones. There's just so many different things you can do. Like, how good does it feel to just show up to a little kid's birthday party and be the person that gives them, one of their favorite gifts that no one else could afford, just to be able to do certain things like that, and it's not an ego thing. It's that joy on that little kid's face. You're not selfish if you want money. We're God's children. We deserve it. It's ours. Number 5, money won't buy you happiness. That's true. That is actually a true statement, but the perspective is what's wrong. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but it can allow you the tools to find happiness. Like I used in previous example, just being able to do things for others. Like I said, if you can perceive it this way, that it's just a resource to address basic needs, secure comfort, pursue your interests. All these kind of things can lead to fulfillment, which therefore leads to happiness. Negative belief number 6, the economy is too tough. It's impossible to get rich today. I think that every year along the history of time, that's been a common thought process. And as we look back, we realize that we're in the perfect time to make money, that there's never not the perfect time to make money. There's opportunities everywhere. God created this universe. He created us and created everything in it. And he created us to be creators. And so we create our own opportunities. So it doesn't matter if we're in a drought, whatever. There's people who need your assistance. There's money that goes around. The money doesn't go away. It just gets placed in different places and it's used for different needs. And so if you learn how to shift, it's not impossible to get rich, and it doesn't matter on the economy. Negative belief number 7, you have to be born wealthy or be lucky to be rich. And I am a living fact that statement is incorrect. I wasn't born lucky. I wasn't born rich. I was actually born into the opposite. We didn't have money. I had a very, very, very difficult, hard, lot of traumatic experiences growing up. And like I said, this is my mindset. You could use it if you want. It's worked for me wonders. But the more adversity that I face, the more that there is to uncover, the more that God allows me to grow. I've been through some hardships. I lost a lot of family members. I lost my younger brother 4 years ago, which was the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with. And I've continuously seeked out lessons and experiences from that I can continuously use. And that's not a lucky situation. It actually could take away from your richness if you're talking about your spirit. But I did the opposite, and so you can too. Number 8, wealth will bring more problems than it's worth. I just think about what I said there, because how can you expect to attract money to yourself if you think that having money is going to bring you more problems? If I'm someone thinking, oh, I'm going to have more problems when I get more money, then I definitely am going to continuously, my subconscious, like I said, this energy inside me is going to seek out to link up to that what I set my mind upon. It's literally that simple. It sounds very basic and it sounds almost like too common sense. But if you can control your thoughts, because I guarantee you right now that you can't, but when you can start to control your thoughts and have greater perspectives with good meanings behind them every day, like you'll see this transition of richness, and not just money. Yes, the money will come, but richness in terms of life and relationships and just everything. Let's get to number 9. So number 9, I'm not smart enough to become wealthy. Everybody's gifted. God gave all of us a gift. There's 4 gifts, but I like to call them 3. The first gift is just the gift of love, and that's giving and receiving love. It's easy. It doesn't cost you anything. The more you give it, the more you'll get in return. That's just the simple law of the universe. And the 3 other gifts, and you can fall into one of these categories, especially for business, is you're either a creator or an artist, which means you visually or you're gifted, talent, musician, artist. And not just with stuff like that, but just creating things. So like coding or creating websites or creating a garden or whatever it may be. Number 2 is being a leader. That's a great gift you can make money with, easy. And then the last one is entrepreneurship. Just going and starting a business and selling it, so you can fall into any of these 3 categories, and you do not have to be smart to have this gift, and you can apply them. Everybody has one of the 3. And if you don't have any of those three, you have the fourth, which is love, and you can give that. If I become wealthy, and this is the last one, if I become wealthy, people will only like me for my money. It could be true, but like I said, it depends what kind of environment you're putting yourself into. Are you going to clubs looking to get on yachts with people who are all about fancy things, buying all these high-name brands, driving around Lamborghinis? You're probably going to run into people who will only like you for your money. But if you're going to places like church, or doing yoga, or going to a park and meeting people at the dog park or something, just places where like-minded people, like people who you have a better chance of meeting that fit your need of being good people. So it's really up to us. All of this is just a choice that we make all of inside of our mind that changes the way that your relationships with money. And like I said, this is about life and business strategies. So everything that I teach you can be applied to both. And if you're struggling right now, if it's hard for you to figure out, you've read all the books and it's just hard, contact me. Set yourself up for a 60-minute phone call. They're complimentary. Just hit the link in the bio. And I look forward to speaking with you. Until then, please like, subscribe to my channel, because I'm just going to keep putting out so much game for you guys. Till then, peace. Us too, we apply this stuff to ourselves every day, and we're not perfect, but we strive.
I want to say that to the folks that are listening too. Rudy is the epitome of that. At 30 years old, this dude he just has such a fire for life, a passion. And you're not one of those ones that sit on the sidelines.